Any other? Yes.
Yes. I guess one of the unique aspects of being a blogger is that I can step away from the camera and participate, and that's what I'm going to choose to do today. What I'd like to relay is that I have extensively covered two other situations where, not identical circumstances, but very close, one being Murphy Painter, the other being Corey Delahoussaye, and the litigation expenses on defending that are through the roof in both cases. And my thought on this, I mean, clearly the office must be functioning right now. I think for your own protection, given, I mean, I know everybody's tiptoed around it and said this may happen. Let's face it, this board's going to be sued. Okay, that's the bottom line of this commission. I mean, there's just no way it's not going to happen. That's why I'm not going to tiptoe around it. And I believe that given that scenario, it would at least behoove the commission, given that the circumstances under which this happened, and that being that, you know, there was whistleblowing activity, and the circumstances under which this happened, I think that that potential litigation may be able to be avoided by, I know Mr. Braxton's not here, I thought he was going to be here today, but I think his suggestion may have had merit, that offering that back to her or in some other capacity with this commission to cover yourselves, because I'm going to tell you, it's one thing to think litigation might happen, it's going to happen here. And so for the board to knowingly go forward under these circumstances, I think, I mean, as a taxpayer, and that's what I'm speaking of, the $70,000 that's on this other deal, that's going to be minor compared to the litigation expenses that's going to be involved with what goes here. So I'm just saying, I would really wonder why the attorney wouldn't advise this. Make that option available. If she declines it, that's sure going to put y'all on much more solid ground, because, you know, I mean, the Corey Delahoussaye thing is now with the First Circuit, but I mean, they've had 3 or 4 peremptory exceptions. Murphy Painters has dragged on for 6 years, and it's not just the dollar amount for the litigation expenses. We're talking about an enormous amount of time for people that are going to be called into depositions. I mean, it's just going to end up being a quagmire that's going to drag on probably through the duration of this administration. So, you know, I don't know if you want to, he just addressed that pretty authoritatively, so I don't guess there's any need to ask for an Attorney General's opinion about your status, because I think you made that pretty clear. But from my own vantage point, speaking as a taxpayer who has covered these extensive trial hearings, and I don't miss a one for either one of these individuals, I already know that I'm going to have to be doing more.
Can you state your name for the record?
Oh, I apologize. Robert Burns, Sound Off Louisiana publisher. And I apologize, I should have done that at the outset, and I guess I also took it for granted. People know me now, and that may not be a good assumption. But that's just me speaking as a taxpayer. You're welcome. As you know, I do a video blog. I have repeatedly lambasted the amount of litigation expenses involved, both for Delahoussaye and for Painter, because Painter's is well over $1 million now. Now his situation was a little different, but it's a lot of money. Delahoussaye's, now that the peremptory exception was denied, and I don't see the First Circuit overturning it, you know, his are going to become quite extensive, and this stuff just drags on for years. So that's my thought for my 2 cents of what it's worth. I would want to go back to her and say either your old position or some other position to try to alleviate all that, because it's going to add up. And I know everybody's tiptoed around it. I'm not a believer in tiptoeing. You know, I say things straight up, and, you know, I don't try to, you know, dance around an issue, and I don't think anybody in this room probably is of the opinion that this commission is not going to be sued. And I just think that when you know it's going to happen, can take a preventive measure for the protection of this body, as well as the taxpayer resources that would be devoted to that litigation. If she turns it down, then I'd say, well, we offered it back to you, you know. That's just my thought. I appreciate y'all allowing me to express those sentiments, and I will now return behind the camera and not have another word to say. And I think y'all are very professional. I cover several other commissions and boards. They hate to see me speak Y'all have always been very, I know I've only been here 2-3 meetings, y'all have been shown the utmost of courtesy. Trust me, that does not happen at a couple of other boards that I'm in. So I just want to thank y'all for your courtesy, your professionalism. Whether you liked what I said or not, I appreciate y'all giving me the opportunity to say it. Thank you.